What's going on, guys? For Pine Sports, I'm Katie Welge with my Daily Dimes. With All-Star break behind us, we're diving right back into baseball to give you the best picks of the day. Joined by Shou, aka Javen, here to bring you his expert dimes to lock right in. Be sure you are showing the channel some love with a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already right below. Javen, welcome back and thanks for joining me. I know you have two great MLB picks for this Friday. So which one are you going to start us off with?
All right, so my first play for today will be Blue Jays money line, -120. Kevin Gausman has a 2.87 ERA this season, which is backed by a 63rd percentile expected ERA. He's very impressive with the fact that he has a 92 percentile walk rate, but still has a 99th percentile chase rate. So basically, he's drawing batters out of the zone, and they're swinging. But when they swing, they have a 4% lower contact rate than average. So that helps his strikeout rate. What also helps him is he has a 70% first pitch strike rate, which helps him get ahead in counts and draw those chases. He's been very consistent this season. He's had 17 starts with 16 of them producing 3 or fewer runs allowed. And he's allowed 2 or less in 12 of those starts. He's had 3 starts already this year versus Boston and has been absolutely dominant. He's pitched 21 innings combined with a 0.81 whip and 1 run allowed. On the road this season, he has a 2.00 ERA with a 2.38 opponent batting average and a 1.11 whip. And this Boston lineup is much better against left-handers. Versus righties in the last 30 days, they're 7th worst in on-base percentage, slugging, on-base plus slugging, and they have an 85 WRC plus, which is weighted runs created. On the other side, Nathan Eovaldi, I like him a lot. He's a good pitcher, but he's in a tough spot here. He's having his second start following a lower back injury and wasn't very impressive in his first start back. He has good strikeout stuff, but he gets hit very hard. He ranks 8th percentile in barrel rate, 8th percentile in hard hit rate, 5th percentile in average exit velocity, and 14th percentile in expected slugging, which is a bad recipe against Toronto, who is number 1 in the last 30 days against right-handers in average on-base percentage, slugging, WOBA, OPS, and they have a 141 WRC plus, which is 41% better than average. Eovaldi's allowed 17 home runs this season, and 3 of those have come versus Toronto. With the wind blowing out today and hot temperatures, I definitely see that happening again. And Toronto is 7-3 versus Boston this year, and 41-31 versus right-handed pitchers. Boston's just 12-26 in the division, and 32-38 versus right-handed pitchers. And Toronto also has the bullpen advantage in terms of ERA, WHIP, and xFIP in the last 30 days. So I like the spot for Toronto to get the win in Boston. All right, so my second play, I have Seattle Mariners money line +100 against the Astros. Houston had a tough doubleheader yesterday against the Yankees and now have to travel to Seattle to face a team that's won 14 straight games. Jose Urquidy has a 5.2 road ERA this season, and he gets barreled in the 14th percentile. He throws his fastball 54% of the time and allows a 301 expected batting average and a 596 expected slugging on that pitch. He's faced Seattle 3 times this year and has been rocked each time. His combined stat line over those 3 starts is 13 innings with just 9 strikeouts, 27 hits allowed, 7 walks, and 17 runs. He has only produced 15 ground balls to his 43 fly balls that he's seen in those 3 matchups. And his season-long fly ball percentage is 8% higher than league average, which doesn't mesh well against Seattle, who has a very high fly ball rate. Marco Gonzalez for Seattle is much better at home in terms of his ERA, opponent batting average, walk percentage, and home run percentage. He's allowed 3 or fewer runs in 14 of his 18 starts this year, including 8 of his 9 home starts. He has faced Houston 3 times this year already and had a quality start in each start, with a combined whip of 0.98 and a 2.66 ERA. 7 of the left-handers that have faced Houston have allowed 3 or fewer runs, with 6 of those 8 pitchers allowing 2 or fewer. And those 8 pitchers haven't been very quality either, with Jose Suarez, Chris Bubich, Zach Loeb, Cole Irvin twice, Reed Detmers, Jared Koenig, and Jordan Montgomery making up the list. Houston's also without their closer due to paternity list, and their setup man pitched both games yesterday. And Seattle has the number 1 bullpen in the last 60 days in terms of WHIP and xFIP, so I like the spot for Seattle to win their 15th straight.
Love these picks to start your weekend off right. Javen, thanks for joining me. For more Pine members picks and free tools to help place those bets, go to pinesports.com to find it all there, along with our Pine Projector robot and so much more. Happy betting and have a great weekend. Lock it in.